Welcome back, Pokemon trainers. Professor Chaz here, the lab coat's on back order, and it's time for another Pokemon TCG live online match video, now featuring the Pokemon GX from the current Burning Shadows expansion. This week we're going to take a look at a deck that I've called Soundwave. But before we do that, if you look down below the old face cam, you'll see a code for an online pack of, I believe it's Breakthrough, given to me by my friend Brad. I can't speak. I'm so excited to try this deck out. I'm just rambling and just messing everything up, as I always do. But first, want to get that code and bring it here to the shopping cart. Redeem codes on Pokemon TCG Online. You can get yourself a nice booster pack of Breakthrough here in the online game. The cards will be tradable too, as is the full pack if you don't open it. Anyway, so as I say, this deck is called Soundwave, and our regular viewer, Unknown Spike, requested this particular Pokemon right here, Noivern-GX. Of course, it is your Stage 1 Dragon-type Pokemon, first seen in the Kalos region. Now, the first attack of Distort. This one I kind of find interesting. I see Noivern-GX as a bit of a current, sort of a standard format version of, what was it? Seismitoad GX. The first attack of Seismitoad was Quaking Punch, which prevented the opponent from playing item cards in the next turn. This is what Distort does. Darkness and Colorless does 50 damage, and your opponent can't play any item cards from their hand during the next turn. Shutting down items is a major thing for anyone who has played against Vileplume with the irritating pollen, I believe that is. You know what I'm talking about. Now, Sonic Volume for a Psychic, Darkness, and Colorless does 120, and your opponent can't play any special energy cards from their hand during the next turn. So you can shut down various kind of cards from the opposing hand using these two attacks. Boomburst GX is kind of nice too. This attack does 50 damage to each of your opponent's Pokemon. Everything on the bench, in the active spot, going to take 50 damage, possibly more in the active spot if we can get some certain tools or supporters helping us out. But that is a look at Noivern-GX. And why did I show off the full art? I just felt like showing off the full art. I forgot to expand the view too, by the way. So I've got 2 Noivern-GX in the deck. I've got 3 basic Noibat. I have a couple from the current Sun and Moon, or the Burning Shadows expansion, with the Agility, which might prevent damage. We've also got one from the Breakthrough expansion, which does Blot for 10, heal 10 damage. Ignore those attacks. We're not really going to see these things battle. Now that I've said that, we're probably going to see these things battle. That tends to be what happens. I say, we won't see this in the active spot battling. Turns out, sometimes we need to. Anyway, I'm going to try something kind of cool with this deck, too. I was trying to think, is there any way I can sort of, speed this up a little bit and add more consistency to it? Not really. I couldn't think of anything. If you have any suggestions how to make this more speedy, feel free to leave those in the comments below. But I wanted to try something kind of cool with this Pokemon here, Flygon. The ability of Sand Flap. Once during your turn, before the attack, you may choose either player. That player shuffles their hand into the deck and draws back 4 cards. Kind of cool. It gets you a whole new hand of cards. If the 4, or let's say you have even like 15 in hand and none of them are useful, you could draw 4 useful cards using Sand Flap. It is random, but you never know what could happen. What's kind of neat is if I get both of these in play, because there's 2 in the deck, I can basically, without using my supporter for the turn, play a Judge every turn. Cause myself to shuffle back and draw 4 cards, cause my opponent to shuffle back and draw 4 cards. Could be very disruptive to their strategy. So I've got 2 of these Flygon, 1 Vibrava, and 3 basic Trapinch, just for the evolution, of course. And one of my favorite ways to search for Pokemon in the deck is now the Alolan Vulpix. Beacon for 0 energy cards required. Search your deck for up to 2 Pokemon, reveal them, and put them into your hand. The only drawback, though, as I've seen multiple times, is if I use this, my turn ends because of the attack being used, the opponent plays an N, or maybe they'll have their own Sand Flap Flygon, who knows. But shuffling back the cards I've just taken, kind of annoying. That is kind of why I put in my own Flygon, though, because if the opponent uses something like that, or maybe Metagross GX's Algorithm GX attack, I can shuffle away whatever cards they take. And just go ahead and use the Sand Flap. Those are going to be the 13 Pokemon. Scrolling down to the energy. This is slightly a bit of a risk, I suppose, because I'm not including any Psychic or Darkness energy to power up the attacks, but I do have 4 Double Dragon energy. It's kind of detrimental because there are no easy ways to get these energy back from the discard pile, except if I played maybe 2 Puzzles of Time, which I'm not including. But it is going to power up the Psychic and Darkness requirement of our Noivern-GX and the Grass and Fighting requirement of our Flygon if it needs to battle. Give those 2 kinds of energy because, of course, Double Dragon energy can only be attached to a Dragon-type Pokemon, but it does provide every color of energy, but only 2 units of it. So, with that attached, we just need 1 other energy of any kind, and Noivern-GX is ready to roll. I've also got 8 basic fighting energy in here, you'll see right here, for Scorched Earth, but also because it's going to provide that 1 last colorless energy needed to power up the attacks. Now, the item cards, or trainer cards in general, starting off with a couple of big Malasadas, healing 20 damage and a special condition from your active Pokemon. Got 2 energy retrievals because we'll be discarding a lot doing the Scorched Earth. A couple of Evo Sodas because evolution is going to be kind of important with this deck, of course. Field Blower is one of my favorite cards right now. Choose up to 2 in any combination of tools and stadiums in play, mine or the opponent's, and discard them. Get rid of whatever tools they might happen to have. A Garbotoxin Garbodor could be a thing, and whatever stadium they have to help them out, gone. Completely gone. And we got 2 level balls to find any Pokemon of 90 HP or less. Everything except the Flygon or Noivern-GX I can find with that. 2 Professor's Letters, get 2 basic energy cards from within your deck, shuffle up your deck, those cards go into hand, possible Scorched Earth fodder if they're they're going to be 2 basic fighting energy, of course. 2 Rare Candies, because I do have an incomplete evolution line for both Flygon, but Rare Candy speeds you from Trapinch to Flygon, the first turn of evolution available. Now, since I'm going to possibly lose my special energy, I've got 2 special charges. Shuffle 2 special energy cards from your discard pile into your deck. And if I need those immediately, I can try some luck with the Sand Flaps, see if I happen to shuffle back and draw one of those in the top 4. If so, I can attach it right away, as long as I haven't played an energy that turn. And for other support, or other reshuffle drawback, we have Super Rods. Choose up to 3 in any combination of Pokemon and basic energy. Those shuffle back into your deck. 2 Versus Seekers, bringing back some of our supporters we'll be using, you'll see in a moment there. And I got a couple of Scorched Earth, as I said. One of my favorite ways to get your draw support, discard a fire or fighting energy every turn and draw 2 extra cards for that turn. Of course, once per turn. Now we also got, let's go for the tools here. We got 2 choice bands, pretty basic stuff, simple things to add into a Pokemon deck these days, because if the opponent's going to use any GXs or EXs, this does 30 more damage, or it provides the effect of doing 30 more damage with the Pokemon's attacks that are holding that to the opponent's active EX or GX. Very useful. Now the supporter cards. I have Lana in here. Heal 50 damage from each of your Pokemon that has any water energy attached to it. The idea here is this provides water energy in addition to every other type of energy. So, with the double dragon energy attached, Lana will heal 50 from those Pokemon. Also got Lily in here for draw support. Draw cards until you have 6 in hand, but on turn 1, draw until you have 8. Very useful. Lysandre is in here, of course. You got to have at least 1 Lysandre in every deck you play, choosing the opponent's bench Pokemon to bring up and do some damage to it. Pokemon Center Lady is here for healing 60 damage and special conditions from your Pokemon. 2 Professor Kukuis. I usually don't have a double up of trainers except for Skyla, but this is 1 extra card, 1 extra supporter this week that I have a double of. Professor Kukui. Draw 2 cards and do 20 more damage with your active Pokemon for that turn. Because the Distort only does 50, I'd like to be able to power that up if possible, so I can add an extra 30 with Choice Band if we're fighting an EX or a GX. I can add 20 more with good old Kukui, so I can get that up to 100 and shut down their item cards. Despite the fact Sonic Volume is more than twice the power of Distort, I'm probably going to stick to using Distort, because if I can disrupt their items, that will be very useful. Disrupting special energy might not be as important, but if I need to go for a quick knockout, without, giving them access to items on the next turn, I could, of course, Sonic Volume. But Kukui is going to add more power. That's why I've got 2 of them in the deck. 1 Professor Sycamore, discard your hand and draw 7 cards back. 2 Skylas, to search your deck for any other trainer card you want and put it into hand. Anything but a supporter card, I could play that turn, but she can set me up for a supporter on the next turn. The last supporters are a pair of Wally cards. Search your deck for a card that evolves from one of your Pokemon, except for EXs, which I don't have, and put it on that Pokemon. So that's going to speed things up. It also lets you use this on a Pokemon that you just put into play that turn, or just evolved. So if need be, I can play down Vibrava from hand and then Wally into Flygon. The idea here, with optimal circumstances, I will have a Noivern-GX on turn 1. Hopefully my first turn of attacking, too. If I start off with a Noibat, I can Wally into Noivern-GX, and if I have a double Dragon Energy, I can attach it. Suddenly Distort is immediately powered up. Will it happen like that? Probably not. But who knows? We'll have to find out and see. That is going to be the Noivern-GX deck, Soundwave, I think I called it. It is going to have 13 Pokemon, 35 trainers, and 12 energy cards. Let us now jump right in, see if we can get some cool damage and some possible victories using good old Noivern-GX in today's Pokemon TCG live online match. Alright, we are going up against... Feel free to pronounce that. We have a fighting and colorless deck for my opponent. Seismo Nixapol with the Solgaleo coin. Okay. Calling for the coin flip. We're going to see. We lose the coin flip. We want to go second, actually. I'd rather go yes. So if I can lead with an Alolan Vulpix, which is going to happen. No. But if we can get some energy, I can level ball for a Vulpix. I can get some energy possibly by playing Lily, I could, of course, Sycamore everything away if necessary. I don't know, let's see here. So, once I get the Vulpix in the active spot, I can start getting my searching support for my 2 Pokemon every single turn until they hit me with a Steel-type hit, although they have Fighting-type Pokemon. Carbink! Oh, prevent all damage done by Pokemon EX. Doesn't bother me in the slightest. I wonder if they would ever upgrade that and do like an errata or something to give it protection from GXs too. Probably not, because it comes from the EX era, you know? Ooh, this could help me. Yes! I can use that to find my Vulpix. Brooklet Hill. Every turn, either player can find a basic water or basic fighting Pokemon and put it right onto their bench. That saves me using Level Ball. I can use Level Ball for the Noibat instead now. I just need energy to get our Vulpix in the active spot. Yes! Alright. So Lily is a good possibility to do that. Zygarde-EX. Interesting stuff. So powering that thing up, it can do a maximum of 100 with Land's Wrath. Oh, there's a Noibat right there, too. Alright, so first of all, Brooklet Hill, let's get ourselves a Vulpix. Are you kidding me? There are no Vulpix. Okay, both of them are prized. Excellent! Gotta love that. Level Ball for another Noibat. I could get the Vibrava, but we're not going to. I'm gonna play Lily, get the most draw support right now. We can get 5 extra cards. We've got a Double Dragon Energy, we've got an Evo Soda, and a Wally. Another Level Ball. Here's what we can do. I can grab the Level Ball, or rather use a Level Ball, grab a Vibrava. Next turn, I can play it down on one of these Pokemon and then Wally into our Sand Flapping Flygon. So for the time being, let's add this to the Trapinch. And then I can also Evo Soda into one of our Noivern. So this is not the worst way to start off, even though we don't have Vulpix. Brooklet Hill is decent power behind. You just saw that I got a Zygarde-EX using Brooklet Hill. Zygarde wasn't even around when you get to Brooklet Hill in the game, right? So we have Carbink with the Float Stone. This can now hit me for 60, which is the knockout. Ooh, we have a Rockruff on the other side. Do they have the Dusk Form Lycanroc card, which does not yet exist? Let's find out. Chances are they don't. Alright, here we go. There's the 60. Okay. Alright, so we're going to bring up one of our Noibats, because we're going to be able to get not first turn evolution, but we're going to be able to get Noivern in play. Do we have another Flygon in the deck? We're going to find out. I'm going to Wally first. Doesn't really matter either way I do this. Okay, so we have both Noivern in there. That is good. We got ourselves a Flygon now in play. We will evolve Evo Soda up into our... Let's go full art Noivern-GX. Why not? Show it off, since we have it. And let's go ahead and drop the double Dragon Energy. Now, I could flap my own deck, my own hand away. But I don't think I'm going to do that. I'm going to get rid of their cards. My opponent. Make them shuffle back, draw 4 cards. And we're going to shut down their items by using our Distort. I don't think I have any more Pokemon in the deck to... let me just check first. I didn't think so. Alright, so let's shut down their item cards for the turn. Distort, a meager 50 damage. They're at 140. If I could... Actually, I could Kukui to power up the... What is it? Sonic Volume to 140, which is the knockout. That might be the way to go. Take this thing out before it gets any more energy attached. Before they, what am I saying? Before they can heal it up, basically. Ow! That hurt a tiny little bit. Let's eat a Malasada for that one. And we're going to Kukui. Draw 2 cards. I was kind of hoping to find myself a Choice Band, just for added power. But we'll attach this, because we need to get the extra energy attached to use the Sonic Volume. We will now Sand Flap myself. See what we can get off the top 4 cards after shuffling back in. There's a Choice Band. Let's add that right now. And simply put, let's go for the Sonic Volume. There goes the Zygarde-EX. Now, this does let them play items on the next turn, though, which could possibly be a bad thing. Hey, look, both Vulpix off the top 2 prizes. A little bit too late there, buddies. I kind of like that, though, because a lot of times I find myself relying on, like, I like to give you different creative ideas for these decks, and I'm relying a lot on Vulpix. So, like, not getting to use it, I show you that there's other power. And the opponent just ends it right there, because they can't power up against Noivern-GX. I can lock down their items, but I want to go one more match, because we didn't really get to see everything. I didn't even use Boomburst yet. Boomburst GX. Got myself a tournament ticket. I gotta play the tournament sometimes. I never do. We get ourselves a whopping 25 more tokens. I'll take those. I did burn through a lot of my tokens getting the release day 10 booster packs of Burning Shadows. So I burned through the tokens with Burning Shadows. How about that? Alright, we're going for another one then. Who do we find as our opponent number 2? It is Toxic. Oh, Toxic. Uh-oh, he's got a Psychic deck too. Call for the head side. Lose it. We want to go second. Take the first turn. Thank you. We're going to see Toxapex. And possible... Oh, the opponent has to mulligan. So we could possibly see Seviper as well, if the name is any indication. Can you change your name on here? You probably can. Oh wait, they got multiple mulligans too. We see Trashalanche Garbodor and Garbotoxin Garbodor. We've never seen the two of them together just yet, so we could see some possible shutdown of my abilities. Does that really matter though? I'm not really focusing on abilities. Except for the Sandflap, I suppose. But that's not really super necessary, I guess. Alright. Oh, wait a minute. Wait a minute. We got a Noibat on the other side, too. That is cool. Okay, so let's drop the Scorched Earth. And we will use it. Finding myself a Vibrava and an Energy. I could Kukui now, which I think I'm going to do. Draw 2 more. Rare Candy and a Skyla. We'll attach this to the Trapinch and just do a basic 30 damage. Not really that much. No items in the discard pile means they can't get any damage off with Trashalanche if they do evolve up into Trubbish immediately. So with Skyla, I could play a Level Ball to get a Vulpix. Oh, we see Switch. Switching into the Noivern-GX. Can't play my item cards. Oh, this is an annoying deck, isn't it? So much for my item cards. Well then, that really limits what I can do. We're going to... Remember how I said you're never going to see certain Pokemon on the battlefield doing damage? You're about to. Alright, let's play Skyla. And what can help us? No items, of course. Nothing can really help us, I'm going to say. We're going to lose to the next hit. So let's grab ourselves a Choice Band. Can't play it, of course. Can't play my big Malasada. Let's just go for the Sand Attack. Oh, if we can avoid some damage, that'd be sweet. They gotta flip a coin to hit me next turn. And there it is. You know that's not the last episode, or not the last episode, the last battle we're playing, though. Friggin' shutting down item cards is the most annoying thing in Pokemon TCG. That's why I want to do it. Alright, my next opponent, with Darkness, Psychic, and Colors, has the advantage over us. Didn't catch the name yet, but we can see the name once they load up the game. I'm not wearing a watch. Why am I looking? There we go! Call the coin flip. We're going for the head side. We're getting the head side. Of course we're not. This is Professor Chaz's channel. But that works out anyway. I want to go second and use Vulpix as our lead Pokemon. It's not going to happen. It will, actually, though, unless they N away my hand. What is your name? Gadiona the King? Is that an L or a T? I think it's a T. Or a Gaiatona. I don't know. I can't read, can't speak, can't do any of the necessary things. We've got a Rare Candy and a Flygon. So this is not the worst hand to start with. Just don't end me away. We have a Darkrai-EX, weak to fighting. I could gnaw you for 20 damage. I ain't gonna do that. Alright, so Level Ball first thing. Grab ourselves the Vulpix. Good thing one of them is in the deck, not in the prize cards. The other one is, unfortunately. Drop you down. We'll attach a Fighting Energy for retreating purposes. And let's grab ourselves another Trapinch, and we'll go with a Noibat. Let's get 2 Noibat instead. I'm kind of afraid that one of them might get knocked out somehow. So this can do 60 with one more Darkness Energy attached, which is bad. Definitely bad. If we could somehow luck out and get a Wally card, I could get Noivern-GX and play immediately. There's the 60. Ouch. Alright, so Trapinch is the only thing left to fight against Darkrai-EX. However, not anymore, because we do have... Well, we got Skyla. First of all, we're going to get ourselves our Flygon in play. And we're going to drop Noibat. Drop the other one as well. I'm going to play Skyla, since we can't use Wally right... Well, we could technically use Wally, but then we might shuffle away the energy that we need, so... I'm going to Skyla for a Scorched Earth before using the Sand Flap on myself. I could get rid of everything in their hand too, though, but... I kind of need the cards more. Or do I? Which is tricky. I could also play Skyla for Evo Soda next turn. Yeah, I'm going to Sand Flap their cards away. My opponent. Shuffle all those back in. That's right, you get out of here. Draw 4 random cards back that are not going to help you whatsoever. I could attach this to Flygon. I'm going to do that, just for retreating purposes, next turn. Alright, what do you got from those 4 cards? Anything useful? Hopefully not. Probably so, though. You still hit me for 60 as things stand right now. Which we will survive. The second turn, never mind, you're going to hit me for 80. Okay. I guess that's acceptable. Shaman EX being played, drawing up to 3 more cards, getting up to 6 cards in hand. Haven't seen you in a while, actually, Shaman. Welcome back to the channel, buddy. Still don't like you that much. I feel, maybe not as much anymore, because we haven't seen it a lot on the channel, but for the longest time, I would say Shaman was overused. You know, there's other ways to get your draw support, and there goes my abilities. I can't Sand Flap? Come on! That's mean. Is there anything else I can do, then, to get a new hand? Not really. Alright, so I can, as I say, go for Skyla versus Seeker to get myself a Noivern. Excellent! That's what I wanted to see. I'm gonna get Skyla, grab an Evo Soda, get one of our Noivern in play. Not Field Blower, calm down, mouse. Click the right things. That was actually my fault, I scrolled too far. Evo Soda up into a full art Noivern-GX. And we'll evolve this one up here. We'll attach the double dragon energy to it. We will retreat. Keep that Sand Flap in play if possible. I've lost my double dragon energy. Oh no, but I do have, of course, super rods. I mean, special charges. Distort for a basic 50. Can't play any item cards on your next turn, which is going to be very useful. Shutting down items is great. Now they can hit me for still 80. With either attack right now. If they attach another Darkness Energy, they can hit me for 100. That will hurt. Come on. Don't be like this. Don't be like this. Why are you going to run a Lysandre card? Last person shuts down items. This person shuts down uses Lysandre. 2 of the most annoying tactics in Pokemon TCG. I want to use those. Alright, anyways. Whatever. But we can Sand Flap now. Oh, wait. There goes our Flygon. Get ourselves a Kukui. That's useful. I was hoping for another energy card. At least I can do an extra 20 damage, so I can do 70 this turn with Distort. And you've only got 60 remaining, so I want to try to get another Kukui, or just another energy. I can use the Sonic... I keep forgetting the name. Sonic Volume. Alright, go ahead and hit me for 100 if you want to throw another Darkness Energy on. As long as I can shut down your items, this is not the worst thing. Just 80. That I can handle. Choice Band, excellent. That's kind of one of the things I needed. We're going to play Lana to heal 50 off of our Noivern-GX. Let's go for another shutdown of Distort. Only thing left is the Shaman, and we can easily go for the Sonic Volume and take that thing down. And they can't play any items right now, so is this the end of the game? It is the end of the game. Did we get to use the Boom Burst? I don't think we did. But I don't find the Boom Burst super particularly useful. If you can put damage on the bench Pokemon beforehand, you can do 50 extra using Boom Burst. 25 tokens, nice. I'll be doing some more battles off camera, of course, but for the time being, that's going to be it for our battles here. So let's finish up and We're so close to that mystery box. Did we get any of our trades completed? No, we got some expired postings, though. I'm trying to get cards for the next deck. Let's go back to our deck manager. I want to see if I can have another video for this week on, is it Saturday? But I'm having trouble getting the cards that I need. I don't want to say which Pokemon I'm using just yet. Normally I'll say leave a comment, let me know which cards you want to see for next week, or next video. I have a deck already featured, all put together, but I just need a couple more of the GXs required for that deck. So hopefully sometime later today, before I pack for my trip to PEI, I'll be able to put that deck together and record a video. But for the time being, that's going to be a wrap for today's Pokemon TCG Live Online match featuring Noivern-GX. Didn't get to see the Boom Burst, but you saw the other attacks. Did I use Sonic Volume even? Not really, but you see how Distort just locks people down. You can't play any items from hand. It's a real problem in Pokemon TCG because items are so necessary, so important. So definitely good to get some 50 damage off, 80 if you're hitting a GX while you have the Choice Band attached, another 20 with Kukui. You can do 100 and prevent items from being played. But that is going to be it. Feel free to, of course, if you enjoyed the video, drop a like. But if you want to leave any comments on what you thought of the video today, feel free to leave those down below. And any ideas how to make this a more consistent deck, throw those out there as well. Because Flygon is kind of a one of my gimmicky ideas, so it's not really top tier strategy, but I like it. It's fun. Forcing the opponent to shuffle away, well, not forcing myself, but letting myself shuffle away for 4 fresh cards, possibly finding the cards that you need. And Vulpix is always, as I say, one of my favorite ways to search for Pokemon. Any 2 Pokemon cards you want, you find them. As I say, the downside is, of course, you end your turn, leaving yourself wide open to an N, a Judge, even an Ace Trainer card if someone wants to play one of those. Red card could be a thing too, so multiple ways the opponent can kind of get rid of that searching ability. But anyway, that is going to be it for today's Pokemon TCG Live Online match. I want to say thanks for watching. If you want to see some more videos I have done of Pokemon TCG Online, there's a link in the description to the full playlist, all the way back from episode 1, which was my, I think, Victory Bell Dragalge deck from back in the Furious Fist / Flashfire expansion, way back when X and Y was still just a itty bitty baby. It was still just growing at that point. But if you want to see some other videos that I've done, links during the outro to those videos will be available, plus a link to subscribe to the channel by clicking on my old face, and you can get your daily Pokemon content here from Professor Chaz. And stay tuned later on today for our next episode of Pokemon Coliseum as we continue chasing after the nefarious admin Venus in the down in, well, underneath Pyrite in the Ore region. But we are done. Once again, thanks for watching. Professor Chaz is signing off, and as always, I'll catch you next time.